Showing 5 reasons why I chose the Gen 1 Ford Raptor over anything else, basically. So, reason 1, EcoBoost are gay. Reason 2, I can't afford a Gen 2. Reason 3, EcoBoost are gay. No, I'm just kidding. Really, the first reason that I went with the Gen 1 Ford Raptor is because of the 6.2 liter. I do like the power more, and there's a little bit less going on, I guess, electronically, you know, with turbos and things like that. So I would say it's a little more reliable than the EcoBoost. EcoBoost is lighter, probably gets better fuel mileage, and is overall probably better. But I still think the 6.2 is still more reliable and probably a little more simpler to fix and keep running. Other than that, my second reason is mostly because of price point. Obviously, I can't afford a $50,000-$60,000 Gen 2 Raptor, which, you know, they are cool looking. I just personally don't like the EcoBoost again, but price wise, they're pretty cheap at this point. You can find some pretty cheap Raptors. The 5.4s are still going for pretty cheap prices. The market right now is really crazy though. So I ended up paying $27,000 for this. It has 120,000 miles on it, which was the cheapest low mileage Raptor that I could actually find. So most low mileage Raptors, right, like around under 100,000 miles, are going for $35,000 to $40,000 still. And that really wasn't dependent on years, to be honest. That was like 2010 all the way up to 2014. We're still going for about $40,000 to $50,000 depending on their mileage. So the market for these is crazy. So yeah, that's the second reason why I chose to go with the Gen 1, just because it's a cheaper, cool off-road vehicle. I mean, I look into a lot of other options like Tacomas and 4Runners, and overall the Raptor just seemed like the most capable and the most fun and the most versatile, to be honest. I still wanted something with a bed. I still wanted something that I could use to tow with, and the Raptor just seemed to fit all those categories. So moving on to my third reason. My third reason for wanting to get a Raptor is because, believe it or not, they're relatively cheap to mod. Since they're still kind of older and getting into that older stage now, there's a lot of parts out there for Gen 1s. I didn't even know from factory you can level these. The Fox shocks already have the adjustability to level the truck out. All you have to do is move your spring seat up to whichever one you want. You can keep it at stock, or a lot of people do the mid perch, which should be leveled, and then there's an even high perch on there, which is probably roughly 3 inches, maybe 3-4 inches. Since it still is an older platform, there's plenty of people out there on forums that are selling parts that they don't need, or they're upgrading and selling old parts that they bought that they don't want anymore. So honestly, parts are really not that hard to come by, and they're not that expensive. I mean, rebuilding the shocks is $500. I mean, that's pretty cheap considering you can get lift kits for thousands and thousands of dollars, whereas you can keep this suspension rebuilt over time, and it'll never become obsolete. Okay guys, for my fourth reason why I wanted this truck is because of the platform itself. There's a lot of platforms I could have used and went with. Like I said earlier, the Tundra, the Tacoma, a regular F-150 I could have gone with and essentially built something similar. But the fact that this comes off-road ready is really why I wanted this truck. I mean, already from factory, you can fit 35-inch tires on this truck, and you don't have any issues with rubbing. You don't have any issues with a clearance or back spacing or anything like that. It's pretty much already off-road capable from factory. A lot of the times when you buy a vehicle and you start to mod on it and do lift kits and things like that, you kind of lose your comfortability. But this has already have all that together with the comfortability still in place, and that's what I like. Instead of taking, you know, a $30,000-$40,000 4Runner and putting a lift kit on it, kind of losing my drivability a little bit, I already have a truck that is fun to drive and actually take out on the road and take trips in, and is a good truck overall, mixed in with it's already ready to go off-road. I don't have to do anything special with it. It's just ready to go. And I mean, that's obviously the point of SVT, the special vehicle teams from Ford, is to make that possible, is to make a vehicle that's ready to go off the line. The fifth reason why I wanted this truck is because of the interior and the comfortability of what you get. Not only is this thing off-road capable, but it's super comfortable inside. Most of them already come pretty much luxury packaged with every bell and whistle that you could ever need. It has your auxiliary switches. It has your sync, your navigation, 4-wheel drive with rear axle lock on it. It comes with a lot of technology and a lot of comfortable things that you would want in a higher package truck. But you don't have to buy a higher package truck. This already comes ready with all of that. It comes with the remote start. I have all my auxiliaries. It has off-road mode, hill descent control, traction control, rear locking diff, selectable 4-wheel drive. I mean, this thing is just extremely capable for what you get. So that was a big reason, is the comfortability. I have nice leather seats. I have a big center console to put all my things. And the center console is lockable. It's just a very comfortable truck. It's fun to drive. It's everything you could ever want. There's no bad things about this truck that anyone could say. I mean, this thing is 11 years old and it's in great condition for its age. It has 120,000 miles, and the only thing that needs to be done to it is I need to rebuild the suspension, and that's it. $500 and I rebuild the suspension, and I think that's a pretty good deal. So yeah, that's my fifth reason, is just the interior. This is just the ultimate package. So yeah, that's my 5 reasons for buying a Gen 1 Ford Raptor, guys. So until next time, I'll see y'all later.